Florida State just landed a huge commitment in running back Micahi Danzy. Tell me about this kid, AB.
Yeah, Micahi, a local prospect out of the Florida State University School, so right there in Tallahassee. Um, this was one of those three running backs that they've kind of been on. Christian Clark committed to Texas not long ago, and Danzy's been a priority for them. He's been a guy that they've been after. So again, he's out locally out of Tallahassee, Florida State University School, 6 foot, 165 pounds. Been a lot of comps to Lawrence Toafili. We're going to look at his tape. He's got a lot of wide receiver skills. The ball carrying skills are going to come, but he's just a dynamic speedster, big time track athlete. This dude can burn. He can motor. You see, he's a 4-star for 24/7 Sports and a 4-star on the composite. Number 9 athlete, number 152 nationally for 24/7 Sports. Let's get the film on because I think people are excited about this take.
All right. So, Danzy's he's a bit of a strider, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we'll kind of see what you're talking about. He's listed at 6 foot. I think he might be a little taller than that now. But it's really top end speed you're looking at. I mean, just dusting people.
Yeah, I mean, he looks like a track kid running the football. But he's got that bend. You see him there bending that corner. He's got that balance. So it's nice. He's able to cut off the right foot, which is good. A lot of times you just see guys fall on that. And he can move.
Yeah, so I think you're seeing a lot of what FSU would want to be able to do with him, kind of get him on the perimeter, get him moving downfield, kind of get him to the outside where, his speed can really come into his own. I think you're going to see him kind of catching a screen here. So just running by people, track speed. He's a strider, so it seems like it takes him a step or two to really get his momentum moving forward. But once he gets forward, he's a big game breaker.
Yeah. He's got some bends into him. Just kind of that track runner, but sneaky balance and whatnot. But I think he's a guy that you've got to get him going downhill. If not, he's gonna struggle. I don't think he's going to do a lot of jump cutting. I don't think he's going to do a lot of that stuff. Which that's where I think Lawrence Toafili might be a little bit better for those that have comped the two of them together. But his plus is that you can just do so much with him. I mean, you can get him out of the backfield as a receiver. You can line him up out wide as a receiver, and he's dynamic. That speed that's an elite trait, and it's one of those things you can't teach. So, as far as usage, I mean, you're going to find a way to get him in the mix. You're going, like I said, you're going to line him up out wide, throw the ball to him. You're going to run some screens to him. You're going to run some jets to him. You're going to run outside zone, which is one of Mike Norvell's staple run plays here.
Yeah, here it is.
Speaking of which, well, you're just going to find ways to get him the ball, and they're going to have to continue to work on him becoming a more balanced and well-rounded ball carrier. But
I mean, I also
that's
think
not bad. There's some nice little cuts in the hole there.
I think he's also got a high potential as a wide receiver if that's a move he eventually makes. I mean, someone who has such good straight line speed, sometimes it's an advantage to put them on the line of scrimmage where they can get going vertical as soon as possible.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised to see him kind of, as his career progresses, he finds more and more of a role kind of on the outside and not in the backfield. But
curious how big they can get him, what kind of weight they can put on him.
That's very true. I mean, he does have natural ball handling skills.
Yeah.
I mean, some pretty nifty moves through the box here. I got to see him in person, run a lot of routes, do some 7-on at a camp, and I think that his versatility is where he's really going to shine. I mean, just being able to use that speed in space. I think he can work on some of the finer details of both his running game and his receiving game. But the tools are definitely there to be someone who's a game breaker.
Yeah, he's a playmaker, and this is an offense that's built for playmakers. So I mean, they're going to find a way for him to be successful.
Yeah,
speed plays.
Yeah, I don't think this is speed where he's just beating up on high school kids. I think this is legitimate speed.
Yep.
I think he would run away from a lot of college kids with that
Mhm.
kind of burst through the hole. So,
I agree.
AB, do you have any closing thoughts on Micahi Danzy?
I don't know. It's a good take. It's a good compliment to Cam Davis. You know, they can be a little bit of thunder and lightning. Um,
Yeah,
and you're just going to be able to do so much with him from a matchup standpoint. And you think about the guys that you're bringing in this offensive class with him, you know, like a Cam Davis and a Landon Thomas. You're going to be able to get matchups with this young man and really take advantage of that speed.
yeah. I think Cam Davis is kind of the perfect point to drive home here. Is Norvell likes to find these guys that are a little bit of specialists. So Cam Davis, he's going to be a guy that's going to be able to
Mm-hmm.
run through tackles, really be an all-purpose every down back. And Danzy's kind of the opposite. He's long, he's tall, he's someone that's
Mm-hmm.
going to be an explosive playmaker. And so they really do complement each other. I think that's a really good point. So thanks for watching this. Make sure to like and subscribe to this channel. And go over to hear more about Micahi Danzy and other potential recruits on the Knowles 247 site. Thanks.